On AM Talk today, we want to usher in the countdown to at least the last day for the main election. And we know that the election is on the 7th of December 2016. It's just 49 days away. But as we do the countdown, we also want to touch base with a lot more constituencies, get to see how the main parties really are putting together their campaign activities and how those messages are being received by their constituents. And so we decided to look at the contest in the Awutu Senya East constituency, where we have Awutu Senya for the NPP and also Adams Nuhu for the NDC. Unfortunately, we have Adams Nuhu in the studio. He will shortly be joined by Awutu Senya herself, and we'll have great conversation. Mr. Nuhu, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
I know your constituency very well. Actually, from that very stretch, from Malam to the time you get to Awutu and Senya and all those places. But what really are the predominant challenges in the constituency that you think that your MPship will be able to adequately look at?
That's very good. I believe, first of all, my greetings to my constituents and wonderful invitation by your establishment. I believe that, as you know, everybody is now looking at what would Kaswa be like in the future. Kaswa started from somewhere, and that is our challenge are still recurring. The problem is that, as you know, we were then under Winneba, then came on our own at Breku, and then became a constituency and a district, a municipal, just 2012, as part of newly created districts. And for this 3-4 years that we are in both now, able to tell you that we have seen a magnificent transformation of Kaswa at large. And everybody in Kaswa is now yearning to see the better future as we started. For example, you could see clearly that the population movement from Accra to Kaswa and towns surrounding, or districts surrounding, what do you call it, Accra is giving us a lot of pressure. And there's no wonder that you could see that our challenges are all the time based on people and then their needs. And we hope that that is exactly the reason why we said we want to ensure that is done. As a municipal chief executive too, we've addressed a lot of these issues, and we still think that is more, because as long as the number keep increasing and these challenges are coming, like the sanitation issues, the drain issue, the road issues and other things, we will still be solving. Because in our discussions with the community, they tell us clearly what they're looking for. They want their roads done, they don't want their water, and they want their sanitation issues, challenges solved. And that is exactly what we are heading towards, and we're making sure that we'll address them, and we'll keep on addressing as we do all the time.
Well, we'll see how that goes. We'll be inviting into the discussion Awutu Senya. He is the parliamentary candidate for the NPP for the constituency, the Awutu Senya East constituency. So we're going for a break. We'll be right back. And we've been joined by the parliamentary candidate for the NPP for the constituency, the Awutu Senya East constituency. If you particularly want to identify the constituency with anything at all, just say Kaswa and the rest. Okay. And Awutu Senya, thanks for joining me. Great to see you. I see your billboards all the time on the stretch. But particularly, what would you say are the key challenges for the constituency that you think that you can also complement efforts to address?
Thank you, and good morning to your viewers.
Thank you.
As you earlier on mentioned, I'm the Member of Parliament for Awutu Senya East Kaswa, and then the parliamentary candidate
as well
for NPP too. Kaswa is one of the biggest towns in this country. And being a new constituency and a district altogether, we still have a lot of things that we need for the town. The major issue now is the drains. We have drainage problem in the district. Then the access roads. As we speak, the main road that the overpass is being constructed was still in construction. And when you come and see the traffic on the road, that will tell you that we don't have access roads in town. Not that we don't have it. We have it, but they are not motorable. Because when it rains, then no vehicle can use. I always said the example that where my house is situated, if I should be coming from Accra, I don't need to get to where the interchange is. I could just pass through JD and then get to my home easily. But as we speak, the whole road or the access road is not motorable. So all the vehicles, the trotro going towards the new market, cannot use it, they have to use the main road. So for now, Kaswa, the major issue is, or their needs is their drains and then the access roads.
I see. And you're currently the, is it MC for the area? And sometimes you go to the community, see some of the drains, and you'll be wondering whether the municipal assembly is really working to the hilt.
Yeah, clearly, as I speak to you, remember that Rome, as he said, wasn't built in a day. So if Kaswa is just about a year or 4 years old, you should expect that there will be these challenges happening. And looking at our influx and the demand on utilities, because of the population size, you should expect this to happen. And that also brings vehicular movements. And these are all challenges accumulated. And you can't say that just in a day you can be able to address all these issues. But those issues are being addressed. The areas you mentioned, for instance, the constructions all over the place. You see the drains being done and then it being gravelled. Some field stretch that the contractor was delaying. Otherwise, that would have been by now being accessible. So I believe a lot of these things have been done, and we can assure that even before the end of the year, most of it will be very well tarred, and it will ease the congestion. Because construction, you are trying to manage what you have already in existence and what is already bad. So I believe that as an assembly and as governments, we are doing actually the best to make sure that Kaswa becomes a unique area and everybody will get the best at it.
You go to some of the communities in the area. For example, you go to the Zongo area, for example, the roads are terrible.
Yes,
because you see, the thing that makes your place very peculiar is that we know the areas. So, for example, I visit the area very often. Ion City, you get there, and sometimes you get to see that you keep wondering whether the administration for the municipality is working in hand, and you rightly are the municipal assembly chief executive, and you would want to contest as a member of parliament on the ticket of the NDC, and people will be calling for your head for many of these.
Yeah, in fact, that area has been the community Kaswa proper. It is the old town Kaswa proper. So scheme and a lot of things were not done there. It's also closer to a very huge drain called Okudu River. So clearly you can see that that area has already been under a challenge, a serious challenge. And if you pass there, I don't know how long you've been there. If you've been passed there just within the last 3 months, you could have seen that, and we are doing an extension, constructing drains all over that area to ensure that the accessibility, you could be ease the main road for people not coming to the road, linking the Iron State through the Zongo area there. And I believe this is a wonderful thing that we have done for now, which has been in existence for a long time. Previously, we have no other access except through the main road. But now, with the completion of Mamisoft, with the bridge that we are putting up there, people can easily cross to Newtown and then all move through to Iron City and then enter the Galilea area, and then you are gone. So you look at the intervention you are putting in place, I believe it's a wonderful achievement for us, and then we believe people there are going to vote based on that particular project that we are doing here.
I see you're giggling. It's a funny scenario for you.
Very funny, my dear. It's my brother is saying Rome was not built in a day. Yeah, I do agree with that. But he has been the chief executive for 8 good years. And he has lived in that community for so many years. So he should be familiar with all these issues. Not now. And if he's saying the roads have been tarred to some extent, I don't know which area. Because on Adam Nana Road, Obom Adam Nana Road, yes, they are constructing. But as we speak, they've only graded it. But the access road I'm talking of is when you take from Amanfrom to Adam Nana or Amanfrom to Komete. These are the roads that are not good. He is talking about Iron City, Zongo. I don't know about that place, but to the best of my knowledge, no road has been constructed there. Even the Kaswa Newtown Road he's talking about. This thing was given to contract before former President Kufuor left office. That Kaswa Newtown Road was given to contract before even former President Kufuor left office. And even
she has no proof, don't allow her to go there. It's
Which
not
road?
there. There's nothing like
Kaswa Newtown Road.
No, there's not like that.
And I even remember, was it before the 2012 election? Some people even came making noise at the assemblyman. They came that he was taking money from them to do some work there. And as I speak, even that work he's talking about, it's not being done.
It wasn't true.
This Obon Road I'm talking of, that one too was given to contract. It was a woman who was supposed to work on it, and she started with the drains. Then when the change of government came, they stopped, they terminated the contract. And it's now that they are beginning it. As I speak, I don't know when they are even going to complete with the road. But I'm talking about access road, not the main one.
You're talking about the arterial road.
That is it. We are working on the main one. And for that matter, travelers should have access to roads that will take them to their destiny. And this is what I'm talking about. But if you have been the MCE for 8 good years, okay, you should know better than me. I was elected in 2012 as a member of parliament. So you were there since 2009. You should know better than me. And you should even plan, because it is your duty as a municipal chief executive. It is your duty. But when you come to Kaswa as we speak, even sanitation is a problem.
Yes, I know.
Sanitation is a problem. And you've been a municipal chief executive for 8 good years.
You've also been an MP.
For 4 years.
When you're campaigning, you say you do all the things.
4 years. And it is not my duty as an MP to do that, because he is the municipal chief executive. He has that authority to make sure that the sanitation in town is okay. Access was what he is representing the government. Mine is to lobby and bring it. And even when I lobby and they say they will not even allow you to come, there's nothing I can do. As we speak, this intelligence he's talking about, he's claiming it. He, as the MCA, he takes 94% of the common fund.
You are wrong again.
I take 4%.
This is wrong.
Please, who is wrong? Let's go to the... You can make your search at the common fund. You take 94%. Yeah. The MP takes 4%.
You mean the district?
The district common fund. That's what I'm talking about.
It's good you are pushing to that, please.
The district common fund. The district common fund is 94%.
Yeah, it
and
goes to a district.
Yes. Apart from that,
the district is not whatever revenue that comes. It's not only meant to be doing arterial roads, because the other person needs.
Please excuse me. That's what I'm also trying. He is now claiming. Yeah, he is now claiming the roads that are being constructed. I'm asking that. I'm telling you that is not what he's using. So he should disassociate himself with those projects. This is a national cake that has been given to the area. They pay for their tax. Okay? So the national cake, that is their share. So you don't have to associate yourself with it, because it's not from your common fund. It's not from your internal generated fund. It's not from your district development fund. You understand? So you don't have to. It's from the central government. So let that one stand aside. Then you come out and tell the people of Kaswa, this is what I have used my common fund to do. I can say it, and I've been saying it all the time. What I've used my share of the funds to do in the community, and they know it. It's everywhere. People see it and they testify it. I want to hear what he has used his district development fund, internal generated fund, and the common fund to do in the district. That's all that I want to know from you, but not to claim the projects from the central government.
It's very interesting the level of argument, because, for example, because we know we'll be doing this, we went to the community. I personally went to the community, and you get to see that some drains have not been done, and water locks in certain sections of some communities. Now, I know it's a process of making sure that you do the construction in such a way that gradually we get to that very point. But when residents are complaining consistently, it shows that they have difficulties which are not being addressed.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have a community that 50 families move into the community every week. 50 families, average of 3.
How do you mean?
You are assessing population growth.
Okay.
Because their demand is what you are going to present for. So you have a community that moves in 50 families a week. So 50 families, average of 3.
Averagely.
3 times 50 in a week. How many people have been in Kaswa? 150. Multiplied by 52 what is it, 52 weeks, in a year, whatever it is, you just multiply it and then you can see your figures. So you see the population size within a year.
So if he knows the number of people that comes in.
So right now, it
has he planned for it?
And then you are,
because it is his duty to plan.
That's good. That's what I'm telling you.
Because you know the inflows every day.
Because they couldn't plan for
every
Kaswa.
Week.
They didn't plan for Kaswa. We came and did the planning.
Which government came in first?
The assembly used to be.
NDC has been in power since 1992.
The assembly
since
was actually carved.
So you can say we didn't plan it.
When we were carved
NDC has been in power since 1992. And then NPP came since 2000 to 2008.
It doesn't matter.
So you are taking even.
Point made.
What?
You understand? So you can't say that we didn't plan it.
The district.
If you had any plan, you should have done it before we come into.
That's why.
And that is what we did for you.
Because the plan we have had today, you are enjoying.
We did it. We did it. You are now continuing.
You don't have anything.
We did it. You are now continuing.
So I asked a question.
What are you showing? That's what I'm saying. Show me what you are showing.
Because you haven't shown anything.
Which development plan?
That's okay. It's okay.
If you plan, you wouldn't say that let the inflows every week.
It's okay.
So if you are planning, because you have a plan,
because you don't even know what was happening.
How will I know? I'm not the MC.
We are under Winneba. It was carved. This was carved out of Winneba. It came to Breku. It didn't come to Kaswa direct. It came to Breku.
Speak to the issue, please.
So that's the issue I'm speaking about. So she's alleging that I've been there for 8 years. Meanwhile, she can tell you that the place was just carved. It's only legally.
I asked a question about when I went to the community.
Yes.
There were drains that had not been done, etc.
I'm responding to her because those are things that she made clearly, and she's telling you that we have enough funding. We shouldn't even claim ownership of the interchange because it doesn't belong to assembly.
Point made.
Which,
I'll come on the interchange.
Even the common fund that comes to her is people's tax. So tell her she doesn't even know that. Common sense should tell you. Common fund is people's tax that comes to us as common fund. What we take aside is people's tax. So everything is tax. So if I can use my common fund to claim it, then also anything that comes to GOG is people's money, including the people in Kaswa.
Point made.
I hope that's clear. Number two, she gets MP's common fund 4%. That is not mine. Whether I am there or not, I submit a budget.
But you mean it's not for the assembly?
It's not for me as person. That's what she claims.
And it's the 4%. The 4% is not mine.
She has no budget on it.
And it comes to you. It comes to you. The money doesn't come to me.
Look,
you approve it. If you don't approve it, I cannot have access to it.
It is not true. I'm telling you.
Adams,
don't go there.
Sometimes this
don't sit here and then be lying. Everybody, you like,
look,
if you like,
who doesn't know about this?
I tell you,
who doesn't know about
excuse me, the two of you. Now let me know.
I
know personally that when the common fund comes, it comes to the assembly.
Yes. That is what the disbursement, but it's not like that.
And the disbursement is done through the assembly.
Thank you.
The disbursement is done through the assembly. So that's the point we have to make.
Programs and projects,
you know.
So,
last year I went to the common fund.
I asked a question, he hasn't finished. You have the time, so don't worry.
Then what happens is that her project, when her project and program are factored in our budget, then we can spend on her. Of which we know that clearly, mostly they even procure everything from the common fund administrator. So virtually the thing comes 0, money has already been taken at the source. And see, any MP can come and brief you this if I'm lying. If like do a project
so I don't
on it.
Come to you for approval. Do you approve for that?
I don't approve.
Do you approve for that? Recently, you didn't even want to approve the common fund that came.
No, you don't even go there.
I said my manager to your house. You told him to come to your house. I have to come there.
The last one I also wanted to know is that this project that she's talking about, all over, we have done a lot of projects. Because when this was created now you have a fund that can take care of Kaswa properly, because it used to be all from Bontrasid ran down to Senya, everybody was linking on the districts. So for you to really share projects, you have to make sure that you allocate projects in accordance with the area and the locations. Look at how vast this. So it was when we were divided.
And then what their needs are.
Yes, and then when we were divided, we have to now plan Kaswa into percentage properly. Because it used to be only one electoral area, the whole Kaswa.
So now you have a proper plan and layout.
Very good, which is a medium-term development plan. Okay. And if she is even an MP who cares to know what is happening, so I've had a copy of that, and they know exactly what the scheme of Kaswa is like. Then the next one also is that, now that we're there, when money is raised, they know for sure that people were not even getting access to their facility everywhere. And we have to put a lot of culverts, a lot of drains, because by then you were a new district. So you have to put, or whatever you get, you budget for it. That we are going to do.
And you are taking credit as MCE because you.
No, what we did. I'm just saying what we are doing. What we are doing before then. Then in 2012, when the president came to Kaswa, we did that appeal through the chiefs that the traffic congestion in Kaswa is bothering us so much. So the president was just bold and said, look, when you're able to vote me in 2012, I'm going to give Kaswa.
So you're saying you lobbied?
Yeah, 2 separate things, which a promise was made right at the chief palace. that we are going to give you an interchange and an ultramodern secondary school. These two things were given.
Okay.
So what does she lobby for?
I also know that the project includes just more than the secondary.
So,
it has a market schools and things.
So like those who voted for the government to come to power, they even own the project more than you, the one who claimed to be an MP. Because before you came there, that promise was a promise that they made and being fulfilled.
But it's a promise for the generality of
very
the,
good. So
of,
why?
of
So
the
if
community
it
members.
comes, the president works through who? Who does it work? Who is the representative board there?
Through the assembly boss.
Thank you.
So
so
who approved that work? Who approved it?
Parliament.
That's it.
In which you're a member.
That's it. So I don't see the reason why he doesn't want me to claim it too.
Of which one the
You understand?
It's okay. It's
The approval came,
It's
wasn't
okay.
even
It's
there.
okay.
He
Mr.
walked out.
Nuwada,
Where
it's
was
okay.
I?
It's okay.
I mean, whether I was there or not, I'm the
but-
member of
but-
parliament for
but-
the
but-
area.
but-
No problem.
It's okay.
I'm the member of parliament for the area.
Interchange.
But critically, we spoke to some members of your community.
Yeah.
We'll listen to them very soon.
Yeah.
But when I went there, some of the residents were complaining about, apart from the poor sanitation in the area, security was a huge issue.
Very serious.
Because crime is constantly.
And he,
a
as
menace.
the chairman, is not even working on
Is
it.
chairman of the
DISEC.
Okay.
He's the chairman
And
for
you are
DISEC.
worried about the.
He knows, and he knows I've tackled the issue. I'm still working on it. Because as I speak,
What has
I've
he
even provided
Excuse me.
more than 2,000 street lights in town. When you go to the police station, my contribution towards their...
You mean you provided, or you went to
Provided.
lobby for it
Yes.
to be brought to the community?
Some I do lobby, some too I buy with my common fund.
Fantastic.
He knows it. So if he's saying, I go to buy the items before, there are many times my money comes to the assembly. Just recently, the common fund that came, I was to pay for a project I even did. And he was not ready to.
Because the project has not been captured in your data. It's not there.
Excuse me. Let him talk.
No, I wanted to know
Let
that
it
there are procedure for
I
releasing
don't,
funds.
I don't bring my program to you.
That's good.
I don't bring my
So
program
this
to
is
you.
what I do with the money.
It's the fund that comes to you because you are representing the president.
And
And the
So
law says, the
whatever
law
I
says
want to
that
use the
the
money,
law
that's what
says
the law
but the
says.
the
money
law says you
doesn't
should
come
bring
to
the
me.
project before it is
Mr. No,
disbursed.
please let it
No, I
talk.
wanted to take note.
That
This
is
is
not
my
what
member
the
of parliament
law
who is
says.
infringing on
Do you
the
know
law.
something? Last
okay.
year,
So let them
I
do
went
it.
to the common fund to lobby for money to reshape the roads and then prepare some furniture for Iron City school building that I put up there through the Get Fund project. So when the money was given to me, I think it was 72,000 Ghana cedi or so. I went personally to the administrator to lobby for the money. Asked him how long did it take him to give them, release the money. Even it was the finance officer who came in because I sent the letter to him. He didn't approve it for a whole week. Because of that, he refused coming to the office, and I had to follow him to the house. When I got to the house, the wife told me that he was sick, and I sat under his tree in the compound for 3 good hours with my security man,
When you are lying like
claiming he was sick.
When you are
Then when he came
cannot say
out
she's
with
lying,
this
you
guy
say-
who just came
This is
in,
informing the
Fari,
public, actually.
came in that
This is informing the public.
he could not approve the money. I
You
said,
are
why
informing
can't
the
you
public.
approve it? Because you even went to ask the then regional minister to know where I got the money from. And he told you that it isn't all MPs that get the money. So if she has lobbied to get the money, release it to her. You didn't want to do it. Fortunately, when we were arguing on it, the finance minister popped in.
Hey, minister.
So he intervened and said, no, you have to give the money to the woman because she went for it and she has to work. And ask him, if I'm lying, he's here.
You are lying.
Before he gave
You are
her the
lying.
money.
That's what I said. You kept lying.
You just said that the money doesn't
you
even come
kept
to you,
lying.
but you proved him
the reason
wrong.
is
That
this
you know
particular-
I know,
the
I
common
know.
fund
Reserve
comes
fund,
to
I
the
know,
assembly.
yes.
Yeah.
It was a reserve
So
fund.
whatever I want to use the money for,
I know
write
because
it to you for you to
I've had
approve
several
it.
MP who
And you know what I use the money for.
Procedure for
You understand? So you can't go and tell
common
people
fund
that
money.
I
She
don't
doesn't
account.
know. We have to
I
get
don't
through that
account
school
for the
too.
money.
Let her
Meanwhile,
take
I
you to school
cannot
procedure for
cannot take any money without a receipt. I cannot use the money without
This is
showing
what
the
we did.
receipt.
We went to the community
Yes.
of Kaswa and its environs. Well, Kaswa is the main community, but we have other adjoining communities for the Awutu Senya East constituency. We spoke to some residents, and here is the vox.
I'll ask the MP his or her plans to improve the roads and the sanitation problems we have in the community. I want him to renovate the roads, help us to get proper roads so that we can go to our workplaces and then our schools and come home safely. Because when it's raining, because the road is not good and it's all waterlogged, sometimes you may hurt yourself if you are coming back from wherever you are from. Since we don't also have proper sanitation around, some cars come around to pick the rubbish, but sometimes they keep long, so it can be 2-3 weeks before they come. So sometimes we also find a way of disposing them, and when it rains too, it affects, because we don't have a proper way of disposing the rubbish. And when it's raining, in my house like this, the water comes inside and it brings a lot of rubbish when it rains.
The question I'm going to ask them is that when it comes to radio stations or TV stations, what they talk about is that they're doing good. You can see our road. If they're doing good, you can see yourself. Number two, what I'm going to ask them is to try and help the youth of this community, because we got no job. We got no job. Well, number three is that I have more friends who've been to training college and whatever, but some of the friends, when they talk to me, they're going to tell me their money is not coming. They don't pay them. So I'm just praying that they can help them so that they can cater for their family, because they got family. Number four. Well, number four is that this will still help us with the young age to create some jobs so that we can get some little money or income so we can cater for our family.
And we have some of your comments also coming through social media. It says, if the MP is telling us that she's not supposed to be an agent of development, why is she contesting for the seat? Please let her know NDC have never been in power in the constituency since 1992. Where was she when Ope Abe was the MP? Can you respond to some of the questions?
Thank you, my dear. First of all, let me correct the person that I never said I'm not the agent for development. I'm rather the agent for development, because I go to lobby for it.
Fantastic.
Then he will supervise it, because he is representing the president there. Now, when we talk about power in Kaswa or Awutu Senya East, when my colleague was saying, he said he started when the district was at Awutu Breku. That was when Nana Labi was an MP. Opeabe was an MP when the district was at Winneba. So if my colleague is referring to that area, then I can still say that during that time NDC was in power. The question the person asked, that he is saying this is the first time we're having MP in Kaswa because it's a new district. Yes, I'm the first MP in the district for now, being a newly created. But when we take it as a whole, Awutu Senya as a whole, that was when he was the MCE. And he was referring that when NPP was in power, it was in Winneba. Yes, it's because of that they couldn't develop Kaswa. When he was at Breku, because of that, he couldn't develop the Kaswa. So Opeabe could not also develop Kaswa because he was the MP under the district at Winneba. Then let me also answer my brother who just said that they don't have jobs. That is why they need to vote for NPP and Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Nanado says agenda for job. That is the title for our manifesto. Because we've realized that the youth are there, they have no work doing. Even those who have work doing are not being paid. He just said it. I'm not saying it. We have money in the country. Let's ask my president and my MCE here that, where is the money? What have they used them for?
Can't you see the interchange?
My dear, you've been there. You've been there. Can you tell me it is the quality work they are doing there?
The interchange.
I'm telling you.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you, even as I speak,
and
you see where the traffic light is.
What is it?
I'll put it because I brought it. It was my tenure of office that the interchange came. My tenure of office. I approved it in Parliament.
Even
you are the district, you say you can claim it. What about me who approved it?
You said it's expensive because I don't need it.
It's expensive, one. And the money that is supposed to go into this project has not been sanctioned.
You are a political
I'm telling you, yes, I'm a political quantity surveyor.
These are the quantities.
My brother, when you come to the interchange, even the guys working there, the contractors themselves are complaining. What they are supposed to do there is not the right thing.
What I see.
It's not the right thing.
They go according to plan.
They are not.
They are not.
Some of the plan has been changed. He knows it very well. He knows I visit the site. He knows it.
Look, Parliamentary Select Committee on the
we were there, and we asked Mr. Abbas.
They know that it's the best they've had. And you come here and sit.
You see,
you came as a friend of
sometimes that's some of the things you do and I don't understand.
But what I saying?
You say you claim you speak the truth. So when you come to public domain, please, for God's sake, please.
It's a fact.
It's not the facts you are speaking. You were there when we asked Abbas questions.
The plan has not been changed.
The plan has been changed. When you come to the ground there, where the traffic light is, you see, when you look at the interchange itself, you see, and when you're coming from Bojuase, from
because they are supposed to construct that road to adjoining.
Then this way and this way. Yes. So you see that's
from Nyenyano to that place.
Now they have changed it. They are now making it a U-turn at where my junction is, the Obom Road, making it a U-turn there. Ask him, and he knows it. What have they told the people of Kaswa before changing that program, the plan there? It's supposed to be from Bojuase, from Nyenyano, from Cape Coast, then from Accra. Then when you get to the traffic light, it will turn this way, that way. But it should not be
a runabout.
It's supposed to be like a runabout, something like a runabout. And that is why they are removing there. It's supposed to be like a runabout which can go this way and that way. They are not doing it. And they are rather making it a U-turn on the Obom Road there. He knows it. They're working now as we speak. Now, they are.
But it still doesn't make it a shoddy job.
Thank you very much. It is the issue.
It is.
Is it?
Construction.
My brother, it is because when you even look at the quality of the work.
Are you a contractor?
I'm not a technical person. But at least as a layman's view.
So you are using your mind.
Yes.
I like the word lay.
If I should be constructing that road on my own, I know the kind of things that I'll put into. You understand? You look at the Kaswa is a waterlogged area, my brother. All these things are not being taken into consideration.
Sure?
Very serious. No. And that is why up to now, they are not being able to work on the Obom Road. Because when they do it, what they are supposed to do, they are not doing it. And the water comes out. Even on the main road. On the main road.
Because it's waterlogged, you are saying that engineers of such repute can't work on.
My brother, were you not in this country when it rained? There's this, how do you call it? Circle one. What happened to the pillars? Were you not in this country?
What happened to the pillars? The pillars
you were not told, or you don't know about it. There are cracks in the pillars. You were not aware. That was, I think, in June or so, June or July, somewhere that. What happened to the pillars? He's aware of it. I'm surprised you say you are not aware.
Okay.
It's because of that shoddy work. And it's the same thing they are doing to Kaswa.
Well, it's good.
It's the same thing they are doing to Kaswa. Everybody is complaining. Look at the drain that was there. They have destroyed that drain. Tell me the kind of drain they are.
As you respond to her, the concerns from some of your residents is also about the Okudu drain.
Yes.
Because the Okudu drain needs to be covered, we're told.
Very well. And that's exactly what the president said during this. Because it's a huge thing. It comes from...
When he visited there?
Yeah, when he visited. I mean, we can see from the periphery of the town, J-River Farm, all gathered through Kamibre moves.
They are the upper channel.
It's like a huge distance that gathers all the water, bodies.
From the upper part.
Water bodies through to the sea. And the sea is at Nanyano. And that's why the Okudu River is a major issue.
Nyenyano.
Yeah, Nyenyano. So that is why the president emphasized that this time again, anytime he comes to Kaswa and he promises, he delivers. And this one is saying that he's also promising people of Kaswa that there will be a storm drain running from, because that's exactly what is now bothering us. So when that is taken off the town and we have done a storm drain, it will gather all the water bodies from the the communities, and it will link. After I had that argument with you and your chairman about the Okurudu. Number two also the promise is that the president came to promise. What after the argument I had, it's like she doesn't even know exactly. No, I know I had that discussion with him even at assembly. Yeah, and they say I'm the MP, so I should do it. You see, people from urban roads, own parliamentary caucus that visited on the project are all, they don't know what they are doing because they don't have the knowledge base. And she, a lay person, can't even know better or knows better than the work they are doing, and that is unfortunate.
Can you wrap up for me because I have to end?
That is unfortunate. I believe that she owes an apology to the.
I don't owe anybody. I don't owe anybody an apology because I know
even to the technical men, the urban
Can you wrap up
department.
on it?
Finally, what we want to the people of Kaswa to notice that the Kaswa as a whole, this project has been is a saver of all of us.
Because I know the project includes other schools.
And what she is saying that,
she's saying that
the new 10 that have been taken.
Have they been constructed?
When will the schools
Have
be
the
built?
schools been constructed?
We finished them.
Where?
Oh, auntie,
At
you
where?
went to Kumbe Islamic and you saw the school there. Didn't you see it? It's not
Was that where it's supposed to be?
That's where it's supposed to be.
No.
Where?
No, please. That was the one.
You don't even know what happened.
What about the one on the Obomi?
You have no part of anything.
What about the mechanized boreholes you talked
I have to
about?
end the discussion.
What about the mechanized boreholes you are talking about?
Please, I have to end
The
the discussion.
mechanized boreholes show
Because seriously, I have to end the discussion.
What are the
In short, what
mechanized
they're telling you of Kaswa is that they have appreciated it, they've seen the good job being done.
The people of Kaswa are saying that with all these resources, you couldn't even improve
The MP is saying that she has
not to
nothing
go to parliament because you can't even
she
do
has
anything.
nothing to offer people of Kaswa.
In
That
the
was
parliament, you have
so
only the MPs common fund, 4%. You can't do
Let me ask the
anything.
last question. If
You
you look
can't
at
do
the
anything.
voting
The people of
pattern,
Kaswa.
2012, you look at the voter pattern, you look at the difference between the NPP and the NDC candidate. What makes you so optimistic that you can win against Awutu Senya?
A lot of issues came up, and those issues are being addressed, and that is what we are saying. That really, as for her, she may say anything, but what we want to say, people, what they need is what you are providing.
We're talking about the voting pattern and how you can strategize your campaign based on how you can get the increasing.
But I don't need to expose my campaign strategy.
No, I'm not saying that. Give me your campaign.
But what I want you to note is that if really we have a community that a lot of influx comes in, or they keep moving to that community regularly, then you should expect that the voting pattern will always be changing. It will not be static.
And so it's going to change.
Thank you very much.
My dear, the people of Kaswa will not use this road in the schools. They will not vote based on it.
We hear.
Because as somebody just mentioned, they have no work to do.
They were saying they needed road. They said it too.
The rate of unemployment.
When I was talking, she did the same thing. So
and the difficulties that people go through before getting even their daily bread is what they are going to use in voting 2016.
So you are going to give them job.
We are going to give them job.
Have you given them one already?
We are not in power. Nobody pays. Nobody pays tax to us.
It's against them. They are not in power.
Nobody, you know it. We don't take any tax. The internal generator fund, the market tolls you take in the market, it comes to you. The buildings that you constructed in Kaswa market, that you go to tell the women that if I come, I'll demolish all the market.
What did I say? That's what you told me.
You understand? You know why I'm going to demolish because you know you didn't do the right thing. And you're taking people's money. You have to account. You have to account to them. Tell them when I come, you account to them.
I have this one. It says,
know that you are demolishing it.
I never said it. You said it.
You said it on
we are in this country. Everybody heard you people saying that.
Please listen to me. Oh, listen to me.
Are you demolishing?
I'm not saying that.
You demolish the place.
Please, can you mute the mic for me?
And we took them to the new market.
Please.
So there's no need for us to.
So tell them.
We have Daniel. We have Daniel from Kaswa. Daniel from Kaswa says, please, Roland, if she claims the interchange is not done right, well, let her mention the component of the interchange and then we'll know. Please, let her know that there's a runabout as part of the interchange. In construction, there are always changes on the ground, and that's from Daniel Kaswa. It says, I'm currently driving through Circle and have been doing that always, and I've not seen any cracks in the main interchange in Circle.
Maybe he wasn't in this country. He wasn't here in June, July.
Okay.
Yeah, when it rained.
Okay.
And the cracks came on the pillars of the.
And this one says, I'm a serious NDC fan, but I'll vote for the lady. She's doing well and she could do better if the NDC man wasn't blocking her. The NDC man has still not been able to explain why they still have some people living under trees or something like that. For yes. Okay, so that'll be it for the morning. We've had in the studio Adam Snuhu. He's the parliamentary candidate for the NDC for the Awutu Senya East Constituency. Thanks for joining me, gentlemen. I love your white, so nice. And I love your dress too. Awutu Senya is the incumbent member of parliament for the area.
I'm still going to win in 2016.
And she is contesting on behalf of the NPP. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
1 year and rough. All right, so we have to go for a break. When we come back, Becky will conclude for us on entertainment.